Hi, my name's Laura Helm and welcome to my YouTube channel, Level Up with Laura Helm. So today's session is a beginner's class, which means there's going to be lots of cues. It's going to go at a much slower pace. It's an intuitive class where we do work a bit on the hips, a bit of the chest, we open the shoulders, a little bit of everything really. Let me know if you like it in the comments below and I hope you enjoy. Namaste. So if you'd like to come down to the mat, we're going to start in wide-legged child's pose. So wide-legged child's pose, we have our toes together and our knees apart, just to however's comfortable for you, depending on how flexible you are. So if you can sit easily on your heels, you can do. If not, put a block or a cushion underneath your bum and raise your sit bones. Bring your hands down to the ground, forehead comes down, and start to just take some nice deep breaths. Just sending the breath all around the body. Relax any tension in the hips. Maybe move your sit bones from side to side if this feels good. Pay attention to any pain in your knees. Relaxing the lower lumbar spine. Allowing your armpits to sink to the ground. Releasing, softening the jaw. Allow the tongue to become heavy on the back of the mouth. Relaxing all the muscles at the back of the neck. Yeah, maybe you place your first finger and thumb together as we're going to go touch each finger onto the thumb. Just waking up the hands. And then make a fist, tight fist with the hands, and then spread the fingers wide. Tight fist, spread them wide. 4 times. Okay, then bring your hands to the mat and come onto all fours. So we want to keep our shoulders above our wrists, our knees below our hips, and our knees open to hip distance apart. As you inhale, take the tailbone up, belly comes down, look up. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone, navel to spine, push the ground away from you, round through the shoulder blades, and look between your knees. Inhale, tailbone up, belly down, look up. Exhale, rounding, tucking the tailbone, rounding the shoulder blades, looking between the knees. One more time, inhale up, opening the throat. And exhale, pushing the ground away from you, tucking the tailbone, rounding through the shoulder blades. And return to neutral on your next inhale, tuck the toes. As you exhale, push into the hands, push the ground away from you as you lift the knees. Keep the knees super bent now and bring your stomach towards your thighs. Lengthen through the spine. Try and keep your first finger and your thumb really grounded as you rotate your upper arms outwards. Relax the head. Keeping this focus on lengthening the spine. And then start to straighten one leg, maybe your left leg, bring the heel towards the ground. Keep your right leg bent. And then bend the left, straighten the right. And alternate. Do this a few times, just wake up the hamstrings. And then try and find some stillness. Maybe you need to keep your knees bent still to keep that straight spine. Or maybe your heels can come to the ground. If your heels can come to the ground, maybe you can lift the toes. So take some nice deep breaths here. And turning into the Ujjayi breathing. So feeling the breath travel along the back of the throat. As you inhale, fill up the stomach, fill up the chest. Exhale, emptying the chest, emptying the stomach. You can hear the slight sound of Darth Vader maybe. But not too intense. Okay. Walk your left foot in towards the right, just a little bit in the centre. And as you inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. Keep the hips squared by turning the pinky toe inwards towards the knee. And then maybe do some micro pulses here. So 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, bend the knee, bring the knee in towards the chest. Bring the body forward to the shoulders above the wrists. Push into the ground, try to create a space. And we're going to place our right foot between our hands. Now maybe you can't do that, place the foot to the ground. Bring your hand to the back of the heel and walk the heel forward. Placing the left knee down. Inhale and raise the hands to the sky. And as you exhale, cactus the arms. inhale, as you pull the elbows down and pull the shoulder blades together, lift the chest high, keeping the abdomen engaged. And as you exhale, just surrender into the movement, let the hips sink down to the ground, feel into the chest. Bring your hands to the ground as you exhale. Take the sit bones back. So now that your heel and your hips are coming in line, lift up the front toes and straighten the front leg. Inhale and lift your chest high. Maybe you need blocks here, maybe you're up in the sky to keep this spine straight, that's fine. And then as you exhale, release down. One more breath here. Inhale, lift up, straighten the spine, and exhale, release down. Inhale, coming forward, place the right foot flat on the mat and walk the foot to the side of the mat as you bring your right hand on the inner side of the foot. Now we're just going into a lizard now. So allow the hip to sink down to the ground as you keep pulling the heel and the knee towards each other in this isometric movement here to keep the legs strong. Keep the right knee in towards the shoulder. If this is easy for you, maybe come onto your elbows. And if you're on your elbows, imagine that you're pulling your elbows and your hands to the back of the mat and your chest is coming forward towards your thumbs. If you're on your elbows, come back onto your hands. Leave your left hand planted. As you inhale, open the right hand to the sky and have a nice twist here. Maybe pull the hand to the back of the mat and open more. And for an extra challenge, maybe lift the back leg up. If you can hold on to the foot, it's another level. And then pull your sit bones to the heel, and as you exhale, sink your sit bones down to the ground. So stay at whatever level is comfortable and right for you, and ensure that you feel a little bit of a challenge, but no pain. If you have the heel, slowly release. Arm comes back up to the sky. We're going to push into the right hand, the left hand now, sorry. Push into the right foot, push into the right hand. Push into the right foot, push into the left hand, and lift the left knee. Look towards the fingertips. As you exhale, look towards the ground. Place your hand on the outside of the foot and walk the foot back into the centre. Come onto your fingertips. Maybe step the back foot in a little bit. You want to feel super stable and strong now. You push into that right big toe. As you inhale, you're going to rise up into high lunge. Okay, so both toes are pointing towards the front. Tuck the back, bend the back knee and tuck the back tailbone under so you can feel the stretch in the hip flexor. As you're pushing that left hip forward, abs are nice and engaged. As you exhale, let the left foot come flat to the ground. You're at like a 45-degree angle and open the arms parallel. Bend into the front knee, keeping the knee above the heel and the toes and the knee all in one line. So pushing into that back foot now, squeezing the heel and the back foot together, the front heel and the back foot together. Draw the energy up through the centre. Nice and strong, out, right all the way to the fingertips, you're not like wobbly, like super strong. This is warrior pose. You want to try and embody that warrior energy. Inhale, reach forward. And as you exhale, turn the front palm over. Let the left palm rest on the thigh. And sweep the right hand overhead. Keeping the bend in the front knee. Keeping the knee over the heel. Don't let the knee fall to the side. You want to keep everything in line. Feel the stretch along the right side of the body. And exhale, circle sweep both hands down to the ground. Push in, twist on the back foot. Push into the hands and bring the foot to the back of the mat. Into your high plank. Now you can stay in high plank for, we're going to stay here for a few seconds. So push the ground away from you, really round through the shoulder blades. Bring the navel to the spine. Breathe. And exhale, knees to the ground, chest to the ground, and chin to the ground. Let the feet go flat on the mat. Push into the hands as you inhale. Bring the pelvis down. lift the chest up, cobra. Okay, push into the toes, legs nice and strong, knees cats lifted. Lift the hands off the ground, squeeze the elbows together, push the back of the head back. Exhale, push into the ground, tuck the toes, push the body away from you. As you come back into your down dog, lift your knees and start to straighten your legs. Let your heels sink towards the ground. Again, if you need them bent, to keep that straight spine, keep them bent. Walk the right foot in just a touch and inhale, lift the left leg high to the sky. Keep it, the hips squared, so turn that pinky toe in. 3 micro pulses. And as you exhale, bend the knee into the chest, bring the arms, the shoulders over the hands, and place the foot between the hands. Again, use the left hand to bring the heel forward if you need to. Let the right knee come down. Inhale, raise the hands up to the sky. And as you exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach out through the lower back, lift the chest high, squeeze the shoulder blades together, push the back of the head back. And exhale, just surrender, let the hips sink down to the ground, feel into the heart space. And the hands down to the ground. Take the sit bones back so the sit bones are in line with the knee. Lift up the front toes, straighten the front leg. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, sink down. And as you inhale, you can imagine the breath travelling up along the spinal column. And as you exhale, release down. Okay, allow the left foot to come flat to the mat now. As you bring the left hand in and walk the left foot to the outer edge of the mat, into your lizard. So again, squeezing the front heel towards the back knee, keeping the legs nice and strong, and maybe come onto your forearms. If you're on your forearms, squeeze the elbows and the hands towards the back of the mat and bring the heart forward. Keep that knee tucked in, not flaring out to the side, we're nice and tight. And then place the hands back on the mat if you're on your forearms. So pushing into the right hand now, inhale, sweep the left hand to the sky, look towards the left. And as you exhale, maybe bring the left hand towards the back of the mat. Okay, second option, lift up the back heel. Third option, take hold of the outer edge of the foot, bring the sit bones to the heel, and as you exhale, let them both travel down to the mat together so the heel is attached to the bum. Inhale, lift the hand up, release the foot. And as you exhale, pushing into the big toe and the hand and lift the back. Right knee, back right knee, leg very strong now. Drawing the heel and the toes towards each other. And the next exhale, bring your hand outside of your left foot, walk your left foot in, come onto the fingertips. Maybe walk your back right foot in a little bit so you can feel stable and strong on your feet. As you're going to rise up into high lunge, inhale, pushing into the foot and rise up into high lunge. Bending that back knee, taking this hip forward to feel the stretch into the hip flexor, keeping the abs nice and engaged. And as you exhale, let the back foot turn flat on the mat, so at 45 degrees, in line with the knee. Open the arms, parallel to the ground. And feel your stance here, so you want to keep the knee and the heel and the toes all pointing in the same direction. But maybe this is too short for you, so maybe you inhale straight and exhale, just find some more space. Reach out through the fingers, hands nice and strong, draw the energy up through the central channel. Inhale, reach forward, turn the palm, and exhale, right hand comes to the back thigh, and the left hand sweeps overhead. Feel the stretch along the left side. Inhale, circle sweep both hands to the front of the mat, pivot on the back foot as both hands come down, push into the hands, bring the foot back to the back of the mat, into high plank now. So pushing the ground away from you, rounding through the shoulder blades, navel to spine. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale, knees to the ground, chest to the ground, chin to the ground, feet come flat, pelvis comes down, lift the chest, cobra, active cobra, lift the hands up, squeeze the elbows together, squeeze the shoulder blades together, push the back of the head back. Exhale, push into the hands, tuck the toes. This time we're going to come all the way back to child's pose. Open the knees. And maybe move the sit bones from side to side. And inhale, sweeping up, drawing the knees together. And place the hands onto the thighs. Check in for a moment, calm the breath. Inhale, sweep the hands to the sky. And as you exhale, bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Place the hands onto the sacrum. Inhale, squeeze the elbows together, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, draw the hands down towards the ground. Lifting the gaze, lifting the chest up high. Exhale, bring the forehead to the ground, close to the knees. Rest on the comfortable spot. As you inhale, lift the sit bones up high. So the sit bones are going to try and come in line with the knees, and let the hands sink down to the ground. Try not to let any gap come between the two hands, the palms. Inhaling, rising, coming to sit back on the heels. And exhale, hands on the thighs, close the eyes, and just feel into any energy that you've created, anything that's whizzing around the body. We want to learn to become really observant of all the sensations that are happening inside when we practice, because it's not about getting the pose, it's about the feeling that the pose creates, the messages that the pose gives you. So just learning to listen, to observe, to not push, to not place expectations on yourself or on your practice. This is the most important lessons I find from my practice. Okay, I'm coming back onto all fours. Open the knees, so the knees are under the hips, shoulders in line with the wrists, tuck the toes and push back into down dog. A few breaths here, straighten out the spine. And walk the feet to the front of the mat. As you inhale, place your hands onto your shins, lift your chest halfway, lengthen the spine, shoulders to the back. Exhale and forward fold. Now you might want to keep your knees super bent here so you can keep your stomach onto your thighs. Bring your elbows out to the side, or maybe wrap your hands around your shins and take hold of the elbows. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up to the sky. And exhale, bring the hands behind the back, bend the knees, go into airplane pose. So the chest is still lifted, the knees are bent like you're sitting on a chair, your arms are coming to the back. Inhale, rise up, hands to the sky, look toward the fingertips. Exhale, bend the knees, arms coming to the back, sitting down in your chair. Inhale up, and exhale down. This time keep your sit bones where they are, keep your spine nice and straight, navel tucked to spine, and inhale, lift the hands up into your standard chair. And as you exhale, bend the elbows, but bring your hands in prayer in front of the heart. And we're going to come all the way down to the ground. Okay, so you can open the feet now. So we're going to keep the feet in line with the heels, the toes in line with the heels. And maybe it's too much, maybe you need to rest on your tiptoes, that's fine. Open your knees and place your hands in prayer in front of you as you push your hands, your elbows into your inner knees, push the knees into the elbows and reach out through the pubic region all the way to the crown of the head. One nice straight long line. Like you're breathing in air all from the pubic region all the way up through the crown of the head. Now and exhale and back down. Bring your hands to the ground in front of you and then let your sit bones come to the ground. As you bring both feet together, Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So taking hold of the shins or the toes here, whichever you prefer. Not the shins, the heels, the what are they called? Ankles. Taking hold of the ankles or the toes, whichever you prefer. So a nice long straight spine. And as you exhale, forward, fold. You can round the spine now and bring the head in towards the toes. And inhale, coming up. Straighten your right leg and bring your left foot in towards the thigh. Place your right hand onto your shin or your thigh, whichever feels more comfortable. And as you inhale, open the chest towards the left. As you exhale, place the hand to the back of the head. As you inhale, open the elbow and open the chest more towards the left. And as you exhale, let that right hand just sink further down, bend into the elbow and bend towards the toes. Stay here with the hand on the head, or maybe reach the hand out long and grab the foot if you can. You feel a nice stretch in the QL here. Just take a few breaths to really sink into the feeling of this stretch. And inhale, rising up. Bring the right foot in and straighten the left foot out to the side. Left hand comes onto the shin or the thigh. Open the chest towards the right. Inhale, sweep the hand up. And as you exhale, place the hand to the back of the head. Inhale, open the elbow, open the chest. And exhale, sink down. Feeling the stretch all along the side. And inhale back to center. We're going to come on the stomach. Okay, so bring your right hand out into cactus. Keep the shoulder and the elbow in line, and then the hand and the elbow in line. Okay, place your left hand to the side where your bust is, and place your cheek right side of your face on the ground. As you inhale, push into your left hand and roll over on to the right side. Feel the stretch into the chest. And inhale back to center. As you exhale, open the left hand in cactus. Left cheek comes to the ground, right hand comes to the side of the bust. And inhale, take your right foot over to the left. Feeling the stretch in the chest on the left side. And inhale back to center. And roll onto your back. Parshavasana. beside the body, feet out to the corners of the mat. And just allow your breath to return to its normal natural rhythm. And spend whatever time that you've got available in this pose to profit from all the movement of energy that you've created in the body, to allow that healing energy to travel to every cell. Relaxing the mind and allowing the thoughts to come and go without trying to hold on or follow them anywhere, just let them pass through.